So what is up, amigos? Hope you're doing awesome. My name is Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Sometimes you don't want drama. You don't want emotional scenes, big life lessons, or intense character arcs. You just want a film that feels like a long group call with your old college gang, where everyone's shouting, laughing, and nothing really makes sense, but you enjoy it anyway. Now that's what Mad 1 was. And Mad 2, or Mad Square as they call it, continues that same madness, but with a new setting and even more chaos. Now, if you haven't watched Mad 1 yet, I strongly suggest watching it before Mad 2 because while these films aren't deeply connected in terms of plot, the tone, the characters, and the flavor of friendship makes more sense when you've seen where it all began. But if you haven't watched Mad 1 yet, let me give you a quick recap. MAD stands for Manoj, Ashok, and Damodar or Didi, three first-year engineering students who join a college expecting boring classes and pressure, but instead they get ragging, hostile politics, eccentric lecturers, and random one-sided crushes. The entire film feels like walking through a college corridor. One scene leads into the next without deep storylines, but with a lot of laughter and everyday madness. What made Mad special wasn't the plot, it was the vibe. There's no emotional baggage, no attempt to be larger than life, just fun, simple campus humor with lovable idiots and unforgettable side characters. Now let's talk about Mad 2, or what they're calling Mad Square, like Telugu Square. Now Mad 2 picks up a bit later, but this time the spotlight shifts to a side character from the first film, Laddu, played by Vishnu. He is the kind of guy who just wants a normal life, but his plans go sideways on his own wedding day. Just when he's all set to tie the knot, his three college friends, Manoj, Ashok, and Didi, the Mad group, crash the event uninvited, and what should have been a happy occasion turns into a full-blown disaster when the bride elopes. Now, to cheer him up and maybe to avoid his mother's wrath, the trio whisks Laddu off to Goa. But if you thought the worst was over, think again. In classic Mad style, what starts as a peaceful trip turns into utter madness when the group unknowingly gets tangled in a gold chain theft involving a gangster named Max Bhai, which becomes Mad Max. From fake identities to random bar fights and even landing in a police station, things just keep getting worse. For them, not for us. Just like Mad 1, there is no grand message here. This is not about love or redemption. It's about how three boys keep making things worse in the most stupid yet funny ways possible. Remember Jati Ratnalu? Well, just remember that. Now, one thing both Mad 1 and Mad 2 get right is the casting. None of the actors feel like they're acting. They're loud, casual, and completely natural, just like your own gang from college. Now, Vishnu, who plays Laddu, deserves a special mention. He's the emotional center, but in a very funny way. His confusion, frustration, and helplessness are what makes the scene work. You can feel he's just trying to survive the madness around him. And the rest of the gang, Ashok, Manoj, and Didi, the Mad gang, bring the same energy from Mad 1. It's refreshing that the film doesn't try to give anyone a hero moment. Everyone is equally silly, and that's the charm. Even the supporting characters like the Don, Max Bhai, the cops, and a dark Gadu friend who always has extremely dark thoughts, and random side characters are memorable because of how absurdly they're written and played. The writing in Mad 2 doesn't aim to be clever. It knows it's not trying to teach you anything. It just wants to entertain you. The jokes land because they're rooted in chaos. The pacing is fast and the situations keep escalating, so there's no time to get bored. The direction by Kalyan Shankar again stays true to the tone set in Mad 1. It never gets serious, not even for a minute. That consistency is rare in comedy film, especially in sequels. The director doesn't try to upgrade the franchise, he simply continues the fun. The background score is playful and supports the tone of the film. Songs are used sparingly, but they're all good, which is actually a good thing. It keeps the rhythm tight. Cinematography is simple, focusing on expressions, tight reactions, and group chaos more than visuals. Editing plays a big role here. Scenes don't drag and punchlines land quickly. The biggest strength of Mad 2 is its consistency. It sticks to its tone and doesn't try to turn serious midway. The characters stay true to their Mad madness, and the chaos flows naturally from one scene to another. The humor may be simple, but it feels honest. There's no forced punchline. It's all very in the moment, and that's what makes it fun. Also, the chemistry between the actors is spot on. You don't feel like you're watching a scripted group of friends. You feel like they've actually grown up together, which brings an organic energy to the screen. Now, the Goa setting also gives the film a new flavor compared to Mad 1. Now, that said, Mad 2 isn't for everyone. If you go in expecting a solid story with character development or emotional highs, this film will feel too silly. It doesn't build towards any resolution. It just enjoys the mess it creates. Some of the jokes might feel repetitive, especially if slapstick isn't your thing. And if you haven't seen Mad 1, you might take a little time to get used to the energy and the tone of this universe. Hence, I said, please watch Mad 1 first. The film also leans heavily on loudness in some scenes, whether it's shouting matches or overly dramatic reactions. And while it fits the world, it might test your patience if you're not in the mood for it. Mad 2 is not better or worse than Mad 1. It's more like the next chapter in the same notebook. It's the gang growing older but not wiser. If you liked Mad 1 for its energy, chances are you'll enjoy Mad 2 even more because now it's off campus, on the road, and completely unhinged. And if you haven't watched Mad 1 yet, please do that first. It sets the tone, introduces the characters, and helps you understand why these friends act the way they do. This isn't the kind of film you analyze. It's the kind of film you enjoy with friends on a lazy Sunday, with snacks and no expectations. If you're someone who misses college life but not the lectures, Mad 2 will feel like home. Watch it now, both Mad 1 and 2 on Netflix, and let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you like these kind of grounded film fun reviews without the hype, don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe to the channel. Take care, stay awesome, stay crazy. Bye-bye.